Unit 1. Mr. Jones's shop sold food. Mr. Jones and a young man worked there. The young man's name was George. A man came into the shop on Monday. He was a funny man. Mr. Jones was in the office. It was behind the shop. The funny man looked at George and said, "I want a small table, please." George said, "We don't sell tables in this shop. We sell food." The man smiled and answered, "A small brown table." He took a picture out of his bag and showed it to George. It was a picture of a small brown table. George put his mouth near the man's ear and said, "We do not have tables in this shop. Food, not tables." The man smiled and answered, "That's good. Thank you." Then he sat down on a chair and waited. George was not happy. He went into the office and spoke to Mr. Jones. Then he and Mr. Jones came out again. Mr. Jones was angry. He looked at the man and said, "What do you want?" The man smiled and answered, "I want a loaf of brown bread, please." "Haven't you got any bread in your shop?" Mr. Jones said, "Yes, we have." He looked at George, and then he went and got a loaf of brown bread from a big box and gave it to the man.